Hey, today we are going to take a look into how to deploy your custom ComfyUI workflows to Runflow. After signing up to Runflow, you are going to get a couple of credits that you can use for generating, and this also covers your custom ComfyUI workflows, which you can deploy quite easily. And then it's going to be basically an API that you can call with scaling to 0 when you are not calling it at all and you are not paying for it, to scaling to infinity, calling it many, many times in parallel, and it's going to work very nicely. For this, after signing up, you are going to need an API key, which you can get under Settings, under API Keys. So here you can create your new key and make sure you have the proper permissions for a key. And once you have it, you can enter a name. You can use it in ComfyUI, so make sure to copy this key and keep it in a safe place. Next, what you will need is the ComfyUI Runflow node, a custom node. This can be installed the same way as any other node under ComfyUI, so you're just going to copy the GitHub URL. You're going to go to your ComfyUI directory. Under Custom Nodes, you can simply clone this repository. And that's it. You install it. And one more thing is going to be needed, ComfyUI itself, of course. So let's run it. If it all goes well, it's going to be available in a couple of seconds. Here we go. And of course, there's one more thing, the workflow itself. So here I prepared a workflow, Cling 4B, because my laptop probably couldn't handle anything more serious. But when you try to load it, and this is a very common thing with other people's workflows, you are going to miss a couple of things. There are some custom nodes that are missing, that are not installed. There are also, in these red highlights, some models that are missing. Now the Runflow custom node also has a solution for this. So you can just add the Runflow deploy node. This is also very useful, not just when you are deploying, but also when you are just working locally. Here you have this auto setup. You click on it. You have two options, install the missing custom nodes or download the missing models. We need both in this case. So I'm just going to click Start. It's going to detect the different nodes that need to be installed, and it's going to install them and all the dependencies that are required locally. And also in parallel, it's going to download the missing models that are not available here. It's going to take a couple of seconds, of course. But once we finish with this, you are good to go. You can run your workflows locally, and it's much easier than going through the hassle of trying to find the model by name. Then looking up the custom nodes one by one on GitHub or on Comfy Manager or wherever you can find them. This saves so much time. And you have a Restart ComfyUI button for installing custom nodes. This is a must because ComfyUI loads the custom nodes when it starts up, and it's not possible to inject them afterwards. So you just click on it. It's reconnecting, and as soon as it reconnects, it will prompt you to refresh the page. Refresh the page, and everything is solved. So one more thing. We copied the API key. We are going to paste it here. This will ensure that we can deploy this workflow to Runflow, and we can also set an endpoint name. So this is an outpaint workflow. I'm going to call it my outpaint. And where will this go? Well, in Runflow, we have this ComfyUI deploy section. Here we have a couple of workflows already, but basically, this is your custom space for your own workflows. And once you deploy it, it's going to appear here. So yeah, let's try that. What happens if we click deploy? It's deploying. And we don't have any inputs or outputs right now, so it's probably not really worth having this workflow at this stage. But it's there. You can see it. If you open it, you see that you don't have any inputs. You can run it, and it won't do anything because obviously you need inputs for a workflow. And this one is working with an image and also a pixel count, which is going to be used for outpainting. So let's put a photo in this. Maybe we are going to reduce the dimensions of the image a bit because this laptop is not very powerful, and we are going to run it just for the sake of it to see if it really runs locally after the installation. And yeah, it's already in the diffusion steps. It's going to take about a minute. But meanwhile it's working, let's build the missing parts of the workflow. So with Runflow, you can add a couple of different input node types. For this workflow, we are going to need an image. And we connect our current input locally to this input because we want to make sure that it runs, even if we are not just deploying it, but also testing locally. I think it's finished already. Yeah, it's finished. Outpainting worked, so it's all good. So we will have an input node here. Let's call it image. This is going to be used for the API and also for the UI after deploying. And we are going to add an integer for our pixel count. Let's call it padding. And the output, because we want to see the results, we add it here, and that's it. We deploy this, it's done. We refresh the workflow page, and we already have everything here. We have the image input, we have the padding that we added, and we can run the workflow. It's going to deploy the workflow with all the required custom nodes, models, the Python packages, everything. And then after a couple of seconds, you are going to get back the results. In the first execution, it's going to take a bit more time because the setup is a bit time-consuming. But after everything is configured, the models are downloaded to the cloud, and everything is installed, it's going to be much faster. And here we go. It's working.